Hey guys, EnryFan1 here, and today I'm live streaming again. This time I'm not going to be doing trains streaming because last time I got a copyright claim, and I don't want that. So, yeah. Today I'm just going to be doing same as last time, reacting to some of my older videos, and some newer ones. If it wasn't obvious by now, I also finally have community posts, and that's pretty cool. So now I don't have to make videos just to ask or show information on something, which honestly is very good. Yeah, so yeah, I might also react to some other videos too. And, also giving just some information on future content on my channel. So, yeah. Yeah, so, let's go, I guess. First, I'm wondering which video I'm going to choose. It's unbelievable. I only started 7 months ago, and I've already got 576 subscribers. Which video would be good? I am not really that sure. I guess this is very confusing. I guess the Large Controllers Railway. Let's start with this one. So this video and all the other and the 3 other episodes are based on are from Kudikade 88 series from Arms Reloaded called The Large Controllers Railway. And he had about like 3 seasons of the series. No, 4 seasons actually. The 4th one, although, was incomplete.
Ernest the Engine. Others call him lazy, but we can't call him that.
It only lasted 1 episode because, one, he couldn't deal with like the really long, the really big sets and stuff, like the huge sets and all that.
It isn't fair, muttered Ernest.
And also because he was caught up with so many modeling projects that he couldn't finish the series.
Ernest wasn't necessarily
he still wants to,
but he was secretly hoping that Stevie and Gale
but for now I'm doing it for him.
Run for its money.
Presently, a work order arrived for Ernest to do some shunting. Come on, Ernest, let's go. I don't want to.
So at first I had to change the name of the series to the Big Manager's Railway because at the time I was worried about getting copyright claims and stuff like that, or copyright strikes.
When Ernest
Thankfully I didn't. So now the series is going back to its original name.
Motors. Ouch! Shouted Ernest. This driver knew something.
If you're wondering what these, if any of you are curious what these models are made of, it's mainly Lego boxes and also Ernest. So Ernest was made of Legos and paper for like the bodies and the faces and stuff like that. And unlike the Ernest series, I actually gave the characters eyebrows because it would give them more expression, and also, they looked weird when I drew the faces. The faces have actually been redrawn. So that's gonna be something new by episode 5. And Ernest also has his lamps. I gave him his lamps that he has in the parodies. So yeah. But the figures, I'm replacing the figures with computer painted ones, so like edited in ones, because I don't like how the Lego figures are bigger than almost the same size as Ernest and Stevie and Gale later on.
And therefore tried to fix Ernest for a good 3 hours.
Jesus, his head landed on the rail.
We can't do anything for this type of junk.
I'd probably be dead by now.
Mr. Daniel ought to scrap this lazy diesel.
At the very utterance of the word scrap, Kudik 888, expecting the cancellation of the show,
I love Kudik
immediately
888's
held a
videos.
party
He's an
involving,
awesome
amongst
guy.
other things, pizza delivery and a lot of soda. And so, Ernest was sent to the scrapyard. But like a cat with 9 lives, Ernest somehow got pieced back together shortly after. Mainly because this 2-bit production got renewed for another season.
And 2 more
Even
afterwards.
Kudik 888 didn't mind. He's still smashed from the party.
The theme song honestly is the most catchy thing about this series. Okay, I guess, I'll just do the playlist. So, yeah, let's move on to episode 2. Ernest takes a dive.
Ernest the engine car was still grumbling. Even though the works had rebuilt him after being scrapped, he was not in the least bit thankful for it. His fuel injectors were clogged, and he was still fuming
I'm
about
honestly
Mr.
glad I'm
Daniels
replacing
taking
those
up a new
engine
vegan
sounds that
diet.
Ernest made.
Controllers
Because it just
don't
continues
eat
on
salad.
miraculously, and it just hurts
Presently, the yard
ears
manager
after a while.
arrived with a work order for Ernest. "I don't want another work order," complained Ernest. "Have Gale do it." The manager wouldn't hear of it, however, and
by the way,
Ernest
this series has a
covered
Wikia,
trucks for his
too.
trip to the auto scrapyard. Ernest remained in a bad
So,
temper
if you want
during
to check
the
that out
entire
or
trip.
help us with that,
Garden burgers, soy-free
feel free
milk.
to.
What happened to those Big Macs and fry pods?
It's
Or
the
to
Big
Ernest?
Manager's Railway,
The
by the
man's
way.
insane.
Back when I
Ernest
played
arrived
it
at the
like that.
wrecker's yard. The driver carefully reversed the cars into the siding, while the scrap crane
So the
unloaded his
track and
trucks.
rolling stock
Then,
are actually
Ernest's driver left to go
are
get some
actually
soda.
from a brand called
Ernest waited and
Power
waited.
Rail.
Just then, Ernest began to move.
And it
His driver hadn't
I
set
have
his
a
brakes
I have a
properly,
diesel
and the
too,
downgrade caused
which you can
Ernest
see
to
in the
begin
first
rolling
episode, taking
uptown.
Ernest to the scrapyard.
"Help!" yelled Ernest. Ernest saw there
I
was
also
worse
didn't
to
have a
come.
microphone again at
Just
the time,
ahead was
so
Mr. Daniels'
I used my
office.
phone to record the audio, which was
"Horrors!"
a pain.
yelled Ernest, as he plowed straight into the office.
Look how smooth that
Mr.
shot
Daniels
was of
fine,
Ernest rolling
but the
towards
disgusting smell of rotten takeout sushi filled the air. Ernest was promptly hoisted onto a flat car. Strangely, Ernest felt quite smug about the events,
Oh,
as
Ernest.
did Mr. Daniels. At the scrapyard, hours later,
So this
Ernest's
box was
engineer
also,
staggered
it has
back
all
to
the
the
stuff
siding,
because it was meant to be a
just
diesel
in time
works,
to
I
see
think.
Ernest delivered,
Because I don't
hoisted
have
off,
a,
and
I used to
dangling
have
over
a
the metal
take and play
crusher
diesel
of the
works,
cars he had previously
but I don't
delivered.
anymore, so I just wanted to
Unfortunately, the
redesign
crane
that.
operator hadn't
You'll also
positioned
notice,
Ernest
Happy Hook as a face right there. I don't know why I
correctly,
did that.
and sent him flying to the ground, buffer first, straight into Mr. Daniels' insurance box sports car. Ernest's driver felt very embarrassed.
There's
He
the
didn't
launch
say
controller
anything
himself.
other than a contented hiccup.
Alright, next episode, Ernest the Engine Cart's Disco Mama. Not a real word, by the way. The story is also apparently based on something that happened to
outside the shed one day.
And immediately you will notice that Stevie and Gale are here. They were not in the first 2 episodes in, like, the scripts and the actual episode itself, because I don't know why, it was just like that. And, yeah, out of all the 3, always choose Stevie. He's the best.
Making various jokes and telling them to any engine who would listen.
My setup was also pretty poor because, I just used a cardboard box in the background as, like, the background of the sky, and just a box as the shed.
Ernest had been in a much better mood since the big manager brought Stevie and Gale back from that place called the Union Pacific Railway.
And the team was reflected throughout the sheds.
Ernest had no idea that Mr. Daniels had retitled himself, so he...
One of the few reasons I'm actually designing the faces is because I lost Stevie and Gale's face masks, and now I can't find Ernest's. So I redesigned them to make them look better than these.
It actually have a title in the series. For crying out loud. Stevie and Gale, however, were still recovering from the Union Pacific Railway.
By recovering, I mean they were acting nuttier than usual. Ernest realized this the moment...
Stevie was the only one who wasn't made of Legos. And Gale was actually the first character I started making. Stevie will gain a new model in Season 2, after the next 6 episodes I have to go. And, yeah, I'm gonna replace his with a Lego one, too. Another thing I had to do to Stevie was... Another thing you'll notice is this little piece of Lego underneath Stevie. That's just a glider to make him move onto the tracks easily. The only problem is that it gets stuck between parts of the tracks, which causes him to stop halfway. And the older shed had 3 berths, so Gale had a space, and Ernest and Stevie, too. But the problem was, it was a bit too short, so the engines were always, a bit too tall for it. Stevie especially, because look at that there, it's going past the shed. Yeah, I think I might keep my carpet underneath the tracks because it looks a bit like ballast, honestly, so I think I might keep that to add some realism, slight realism.
Stevie started yapping out of his funnel. Ernest, we've got to go clubbing sometime. I gotta take you to Moe's.
Yes,
said Gale.
Another small difficulty I ran into during the process was Gale. Her voice. I tried attempting to do the voice that she has in the parodies, but I couldn't do it for her. And, because the voice I gave her at first was like, "Hey, Ernest, it's me, Gale," and stuff. Like, God's compartment is just another way of saying rear end. But it just sounded too... I wanted it to be just perfect, like how it is in the parodies and stuff. So, it's just me doing a female voice with the audio pitched up 1-to-1.
And I'll take you to Heathrow's.
Ernest was stunned and dumbstruck, which wasn't too difficult for him. Clubs? Ernest said uneasily. Since when do engines go to clubs? And what fool would call the club Moe's? It sounds like a petrol station with a built-in restaurant. Eat at Moe's. Count on me. Oh, come on.
So that line, "count on me," was originally "count me out," but I misread what the script said. Now you know.
Now, responded Stevie, we'll go clubbing. It'll be fun. I don't drink soda, Stevie. Say, what happened to that stutter of yours?
That one trip to the Union...
One, the scene's missing, which I absolutely did not mean to happen. And the reason I think Stevie didn't have a stutter is because his stutter would just be way too inappropriate for older audiences and stuff. Because this was made for a general audience, so Stevie obviously can't swear stutter.
Pacific Railway scarred it out of me for life.
Gale piped up.
Come on now, Ernest. You're like Heathrow's.
Heathrow is an airport in England, replied Ernest. Gale, who was never too bright, was stunned.
And this is actually a shot from when I was early planning the series, like the revival series and stuff. Yeah, the series is called Ernest Revived, like Ernest Reloaded. You'll know this because one, Gale's top here is not covered in paper, and two, Ernest is still not finished either in this part.
An airport in England? Really?
Really? And what makes you think I'd like the place anyway?
Well, you're cool.
And so is my refrigerator. Stevie tried to change the tone of the conversation. Listen, Ernest, give me your phone number and we'll set something up. You're not getting my number, and you know very well that engines don't have phones.
I like how cheerful Stevie is this whole time.
Give me your Facebook. I don't have Facebook. Then what's your
That wasn't it
MySpace?
either.
I don't have a MySpace. I hate those social networking sites. But fine, here's my YouTube username.
Yeah, MySpace is discontinued now. I mean, at the time it wasn't. At the time the scripts were written, they weren't.
KRITICALLOKO?
I obviously couldn't interpret the voice of Stevie either.
Critical loco. You know, the dictionary definition of you.
You're a train!
Cool. I'll email you soon. Don't bet on a reply. Be a sport, Ernest. Forget it. And for that matter, I'm not going clubbing with you. Gale maybe, but not you. added
Obvious
Ernest,
reasons
with
why.
a mischievous smirk.
Thanks.
What was that?
Ernest,
Just some dice
the
a
Ernest
friend
the
owed
Engine
me.
Card episode
So you
Dating
gambled too, eh?
explains
Stevie
it all.
laughed.
'Cause
Come
in
on,
that-
Ernest. It isn't as bad as you think it is.
Because in that, Ernest said, in the episode, Ernest said, like, you went out with Gale the God's compartment, he said. And he was like, I was hoping to forget all about it. It was a disaster. And Ernest said, well, I want to ask her out. I think that's leading somewhere. I want to do that in a future season with them. I already did a post and a piece of fan art with that. It just works in so many levels. It's hilarious.
Aha. So you admit it isn't good.
No. Heathrows and Moe's are perfectly fine.
So is my trash compactor. Until you fill it up with trash. Are you saying that clubs are trash compactors? That might not be too far from the truth. Stevie, that's the first bit of sense you've said all morning. Don't be such a loser, Ernest. Nightclubs are fun to go to. Yeah, and such evenings invariably end with someone asking, your shed or mine? No, that's not it at all. Yes, that is it. And you kids call them clubs now. When I was young, shining new, we called them discotheques.
So that was filmed with my... That was filmed with my Superstation. I actually still have behind me. And, I'm not gonna use it I might use it in a future video, I don't know. But, it's still really cool, and I wanted to use the turntable in a video, and when I realized there was, like, Ernest spinning in the script, I had to do it. It's a club, dummy. It's the same thing, Weirdo'sville. It's not like that at all. My friend Big Boy won't mind either. Who's Big Boy? So, that line originally involved Gale, but I didn't use it because I'm setting something up with them in the future. Who knows? He works for the Union Pacific. In fact, here he is now. Goodbye. Fun fact, that old shed actually has a hole in the back. But it would have been too small for Ernest to go through. And because it was for, like, filming interiors of the shed and stuff. So, oh my god, so many people have already done this. Yes, he is. He is he is too big. Yeah, I can see your comments, guys. Yeah, I can see your A. Yeah, I can see your comments, guys. Yep. In fact, now, episode 4. Honestly, my least favorite episode of the series because it was rushed. Ernest the Stuck-Up Engine.
Ernest the engine cart was snoozing in the shed when the same pesky yard manager that we hired for a previous episode proceeded to wake him. "Look alive, Ernest. You have a slow goods train to take." Ernest opened a sleepy eye. "That's the 9th slow goods train you've assigned to me this week. Nothing doing." "So you think," replied the yard manager.
Looking back
"You're
at this
taking
now,
goods train."
looking back at this now, episode 5 looks way better compared to this stuff.
Or else what?
To this early
questioned
stuff.
Ernest
It looks
defiantly.
way better.
Or else Mattel will buy the series and turn it into a brainless kid show made for kids, reported the
I should have
yard
said,
manager.
like...
Without another word,
I should have said, like, and turn it into a brainless kid show made to sell merchandise. Because that is basically what Mattel is. Let's all face it.
Ernest started off to collect his trucks. The trucks were old, rusty, noisy, and generally intolerable ever since they were granted Bluetooth headsets by the actors.
Bluetooth headsets.
The annoying sound of high-pitched chattering was enough to drive even the most steadfast sound engineer nuts. The deafening noise spooked everything in earshot, including a nearby squirrel who dropped a bushel of
That was
acorns
the only time
on
I
the
think where I
head
used
of
stop
the big
motion.
manager. "Take this,"
I should do that more
remarked the
often.
manager, who pitched one of the acorns back at the squirrel. At that, a truckload of acorns promptly fell out of the
That
tree,
was a really cheap
burying the
edit.
big manager under the rubble. Ernest took no notice.
I hate that edit
and
so
backed
much.
into his trucks roughly. Bluetooth headsets chattered onto the ground, onto the sleepers. The trucks didn't like that.
"We want our headsets back."
"Tough nuggets," said Ernest. "Ernest!" exclaimed his driver. "We're pulling 14 trucks. We're only supposed to have 13. "Oh no! Big deal," quipped Ernest. "But the big manager does not have to know about it. After all, both you and I know he has no concept of how to run a railroad. How would you know?
So
You're
true.
an engine." "I read the script during rehearsal.
And
while you
also,
were
this
flirting
railway
with that
has...
waitress
This
at the
railway is so
restaurant."
strange.
Ernest completed his rounds and delivered the 13
It's
cars
so
where
str-
they were needed.
It's the strangest
Then
railway I
he
think
back
I've
to the
ever
shed,
seen.
pushing the lone 14th truck with him. Both he and his driver were tired, and neither had forgotten about how much they had been overworked the past few days. "It is a good thing I get paid handsomely," muttered Ernest. "Speak for yourself," boomed his driver. "I'm still waiting on the..."
So how I did this part, actually, was... I had Ernest's driver behind Ernest's cab, and I placed it at a frame that it wouldn't be noticeable that he's behind there, to make it look like he's actually inside Ernest's cab. Now you know a tip on how to do that kind of stuff.
a paycheck for last week's show. Soon, Ernest and his driver were engaged in a rambunctious argument that, for the purpose of the so-called plot, caused Ernest to bump into a tanker truck in front of him violently. Little did they realize.
And
that
yes,
his
by
bumpers
episode
had
5,
created
I
a
will start
gigantic
using
gap
the
in
Magic
tank,
Railroad. I will start
causing
using the
gooey
Magic
liquid to
Railroad
ooze out.
sound effects.
Ernest's driver
'Cause
quickly
they're
applied
much
the
more
brakes
easier
and
to
stepped
use.
out. Then there was trouble. Very bad trouble. Brought on by the scriptwriters with no imagination.
Should have added a question
But
mark
that
above
didn't
his
matter
head.
to Ernest
That would have been
or his driver.
hilarious.
Both quickly realized that they had punctured a tanker of extra-strength crazy glue. Ernest found
I
himself
think I was
welded
tired
to the
that
tracks,
night. No, it was because I had
completely
family
unable
over and
to
I didn't
move.
want to be so loud.
So the big manager won't out. The big manager won't find out, yelled his driver. He will if you keep shouting. I'll shout if I want to. Very well, you're fired, responded the big manager. Ernest's driver spun around in surprise. How did you get here this quickly?
He spun around.
You know that I go out and drink soda every morning. Stevie eventually came with the maintenance train.
My boy has
I had
come!
an accident with a truck of glue,
Stevie.
Ernest. We always knew you were stuck up. Since when have I had an accident recently?
One
Well,
day, I honestly
there was
want to
the
start
shed
using
wall
actual
and the
model
controller's
trains for
office.
this.
Shut
And real
up.
sets and stuff,
It
because then that would
pays to be
allow for
careful.
easier running and
You
stuff.
do well to eat some glue yourself. The workmen found that Ernest was glued down so well that they could not remove him from the rails in short order. Ernest was ultimately removed, still jammed to the rails, onto a flat car and hauled away, while the workmen placed new rails in the gap for the late-night express train.
So these little things here, these little divots here, those are what the engines were getting stuck on. Yeah, it was a huge problem during that time. And oh, I just got a new subscriber, Duck the Great Western Engine 2021. Shout out to you.
Carrying passengers
Yeah, I just
back
checked
from
for
the
my
casino
phone.
on the other railway. Ernest was finally freed from the rails.
My phone
the
is
next
also what I
morning,
use to record
but
the
he should not have been so upbeat about
these
his
videos.
freedom. Fed up with Ernest's lack of care, the big manager set out to teach Ernest a lesson. Ernest was assigned to haul the pizza delivery train, but that's another twisted story.
And that is all the episodes so far. Yeah, that is so far that is the only episode that is out still. That is the only what am I saying? That is the only episode that has been completed right now, cuz that was a few months ago, and this is the trailer for episode 5, and you'll see a big difference.
Ernest is back once again.
Yeah, I got
This
freaking
time
backgrounds
he's been
and stuff.
improved.
I got the grass and stuff, and these kinds of shots. I am actually excited to get into these new episodes. Alright, so, what now? So yeah, and also shout out to Luke Stuff. Go subscribe to him, he's awesome. Oh, let me just get... I mean, maybe I'll think about that. Yes, it is. So much so that there actually is a so much so that there is actually a Ernest version of it, a Large Controllers Railway one called Ernest and the Maniac Railroad. I'm not gonna adapt it because of many copyright things I might get. So yeah, because Sony's very protective about it. So I guess now we can move on to some other videos. What should I do next? You see this? See this? Subscribe to this guy now. And subscribe to all the viewers in this chat. They are all amazing, amazing YouTubers. Henry, will you have... Yes! I am going to do that. Ernest and the... I mean, kind of, basically, it's, Ernest and the Maniac Railroad. Now that I think about it, I might do that. I really might. So, yes, again, subscribe to these guys. These guys are all amazing. Now. Yes, I do have a Steam Railway Stories game. And as you can tell by this community post, I will be doing a video on it. A synopsis. It's basically an Unlucky Tug video, but it's Steam Railway Stories. Anyways, back to videos and stuff. Oh, but real quick, the answer to who these two characters here are, it's Noel and Ted from Leo Kim Video's Mad Bomber. Yeah, Ted's owned by the NWR and Noel's just an industrial engine. Now, back to, these videos. How about we react to a Tom Toy City? Why not? I mean, episode 4 came out, and episode 5's in the works. These videos are also going to continue soon. Let's go. Wait, what did I just do? Oh, okay. Tom Toy City. Here we come! Yeah, I will react to some Tomix classics in a second. I haven't seen Mad Bomber in a while, so I might watch that.
Hey, Thomas. Are you ready for your first day of school?
Yes, Edward.
Wait, I have to give you something real quick. Take that, you brat. Now remember the school is located near Tinmouth.
I know, Edward, you've told me many times.
Just making sure, Thomas. But before you go, I must warn you. Once you go out there,
so this whole series is also based on a series called Caillou City.
It's called Tonto City.
Tonto City.
And it,
what an odd name. And the fact that we're completely
linked to
spoofing
Isaac's
Chaos
channel in the
City by its
description.
sex studios.
Exactly.
But if
we'll
that
see you
work,
later,
just search his
Thomas.
channel.
See you later, Edward.
Also, small note, this intro will change in episode 5 to the intro Isaac used to use for his Caillou City videos. Mattel! Get out of here, you. No one likes you, Mattel. You ruined our childhood for the worse. And you're just ignoring all the criticism your series is getting. Real quick, I have to say, what Mattel's doing is extremely stupid. I mean, like, you say, they're saying, like, oh, don't worry, our content is scaring people, don't worry, we'll just make it worse for you. Seriously, though, I mean, and also you're taking down fan videos. Fan videos are what drive people to get attracted to your series and stuff. But one, if it's not good like that, they don't think it's good, and the content creators who care about your series get less attention and really bad ratings to your show and stuff. And second, if you take down these fan videos, you won't have it, like, if one day, if we all lose our channels, you're no longer gonna have any attention to promote your show. That's seriously what you're doing, Mattel. Back to this. Sorry about that, I had to let out my anger. Oh, let's just go Thomas. Yet again, I don't hate All Engines Go. It is bad. It is definitely bad. But there are a few little positives, but just not enough to make the series good. So, this character is named Flint. He's one of the OCs of the creator Chubby Bob. He was meant to appear in the season, like season 1 of this, but he was cut later because he didn't work. And plus one of my friend's favorite characters from one of his games is going to become a main character later on, instead. Tom Toy City. The start.
Olstead High. That's a nice name. So who are you guys?
I'm Percy, and this is James and Tubby.
But there's only 2 of you.
Right up here.
Why are you hanging on the ceiling?
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
but still,
Gravity affects him a bit differently than us.
Who even is this dude? He's not any kind of train I've seen before.
for a second.
Who cares? There's a lot of strange things in
Toby's
the city.
side plates. had a
Well, to
lot
be
of trouble
fair, I've
loading.
seen a lot of
And plus the
weirder-looking
footage-
things in the city.
Rosie was there for a second because the footage was was missing on my editing software. So when I got the footage back, it accidentally auto-placed that there.
Like what?
You. Everyone be quiet. The teacher is
They weren't
coming.
making any noise.
Oh, quit it, camera guy. We all know it's Rosie.
Hello, class. My name is Rosie, one of the calmest people in the city.
She isn't really...
Now in front of you are buttons for you to press when you have the right answer. First question. What is 10 times 2?
20.
What the?
Correct, Thomas. The answer...
So I couldn't find any buttons in on Google that I actually liked, so I just drew my own button with MS Paint.
is 20.
And honestly, it was pretty
Next
good.
question. What is 5 minutes for?
1.
That's right,
And that
James.
clicking sound is just my mouse
button's on the
clicking.
floor, so I didn't try.
And this thing is actually just a rope that holds James. How is it that strong? And what's it attached to? Is it attached to his funnel? I don't see that little brown part there.
Okay,
Little
next
rope.
question. What is 10 plus 11?
21.
Thomas, you were supposed to use your button. Points off for not using it.
Seriously?
Well, if that's the bell, see you all tomorrow.
So you guys all grew up in this city?
Well, I'm...
Now I also said that Molly is like moved out of the city at some point between episode 3 and 2, but she actually will appear in episode 5 and some future episodes if I think about it.
from England. But yeah, I've lived here for a while.
It's terrible here.
I just don't understand what the point of learning here is since we don't learn anything.
What are you talking about? I learned a lot today.
What?
What are you talking about? Sure was just fine.
I
Maybe
really
it was you
wish we
being an
had,
idiot because
more
you didn't learn
Uberduck
anything.
AIs for Thomas.
But we were cheating using the
I
button.
actually hashtagged recently Henry's TAT Thomas and the Magic Railroad voice for Uberduck. Seriously, we need that. Kevin Frank did an awesome job. He also will be, if that AI ever comes out, it will also be the voice of Edward too.
But they helped us understand the questions the teacher provided.
Provided.
So if we don't learn anything, then what's the point of coming here?
Jesus,
Look,
those faces
Thomas,
are detailed.
it's a dumb school teaching dumb engines. You not liking this place is your own opinion. So don't judge others for liking it.
Okay,
Darn it, the
By
speed
the
meter
way,
was under
Toby.
there.
where are your eyes? It's been creeping me out.
I don't have them and don't need them.
Basically, Toby
How
can
is
see
that
through
possible?
other engines' eyes.
We all have a special power that
Wonder
Chitty
that's
gives
what that's
everyone.
like.
It's called
Yeah,
the
at
trait of Magic. I have reverse gravity. Toby can see through all those eyes. And Percy has telekinesis.
What about you? Actually, what's your name?
My name is Molly. My trade is my name.
So what is your trait of Maggot Thomas?
I don't really know.
Your dad never told you.
That is hilarious.
I don't have a
magic.
dad. Though I have a friend named Edward who takes care of me, so he's technically my dad. I've never understood why he's rude to me all the time, but also takes care of me.
Well,
Probably
maybe
'cause
in
of
the
the past,
future
his
you will
past or something like
understand
that,
why
I
he
don't know.
is.
I guess you're right.
Oh shoot, the rope snapped. I don't know why this scene took a
Help.
long time.
Well,
Well-
it was nice getting to know you, Thomas.
You can
Glad
see
to
Edward
meet
back
you
there.
all, Tutu. And you two as well. Where is
And
Edward
also,
at?
those lamps just bother me on Percy.
I got you again, Thomas. Anyways, let's go back to the sheds. I made some lunch for the both of us. I know you'll love it.
Alright, so I guess I'll just stop on the Tom Toy stuff there, and I am gonna be doing a, Christmas special this year, but it's not gonna be with Tom Toy C. I might just do a short one there. But, yeah, exactly. Mattel is awful. But yeah, I'm not gonna do a Christmas special for Tom Toy C. I might just do a short, but the real Christmas special is going to be with my new series, Sudrian Tales. Yeah. Now, let's go to some Nostalgic Thomas videos. Nostalgic Thomas videos. Let's see what we can find. Most of these I actually haven't seen before. Alright. Thomas blows his stack. The one video that we all know about.
Smart, kind, brave. We are the people of HCA Healthcare.
Oh shoot. That means I have to avoid copyright from Really Useful Engine stuff. This is the Magic Railroads version.
Oh, I'm ticked off.
Oh.
It was a bright and sunny day on the island of Solo. The engines were working happily, but Thomas was annoyed.
Yo, Thomas, what's happening, dog?
Hold up.
Yo.
Happily, but Thomas was annoyed.
That turntable is so small! Oh my... I mean, this is 2007, so there wasn't much merchandise. My god, this was before the Great Discovery existed. Dang. So that means this is before Stanley existed.
Yo, Thomas, what's happening, dog?
Oh,
I'm ticked off.
I love that voice
No
from
one appreciates
James.
what I do anymore. Well, Annie and Clarabelle do.
Yee, Thomas.
That is a good
Apart
zoom
from
shot.
that, I'm annoyed, and I demand better treatment.
Yeah, he's the main character of the show, of course.
Thomas, you are to collect a load of scrap from the
Thomas.
station and take it to the scrap yards.
But, sir, can't Ming take it?
Ming is busy right now.
Oh my god, Ming.
Truck. Tanker. Truck.
Wow.
Oh, wall!
Yes, sir.
You think this is funny? You should see the Tommy remake. Like, the Trains Tommy remake.
Hello there, Thomas.
Hey.
I heard you were
Hey,
pretty
Thomas.
irritating. You'd better lighten up before you do
Everyone's
something you'll regret.
favorite duck.
Yeah, whatever,
Or at least some. I've been seeing more duck hate videos recently.
Jeez, it's creepy up here.
Don't be a pansy. We're not scared.
My point exactly.
Pansy.
Oh boy.
Whoa, who's there? It's me, Diesel 10.
Diesel 10. The Trackmaster Devil himself.
What do you want?
To help you.
And Jesus, that is a very good ironwork set. I wish I was that crafty.
What?
Revenge.
How?
Violence, damage, destroy, kill.
What do I get out of it?
At least they're giving Diesel 10 his Neochrome Russian accent.
What do you say, Thomas?
Or attempting to.
It's not like my life is good right now.
Great. Buffer him, Diesel.
Yes, buffer him.
Let the transformation begin.
My question is, how did they transform Thomas into this? Literally, I mean, it's not explained what they used to do this, or maybe it was like hypnotism or something.
Oh, hi, Thomas.
Shoot.
Why are you dressed like that? It's not Halloween.
It is time for you to be terminated.
Oh, shoot.
What the?
Thomas turned into the Terminator.
Hasta la vista, bene.
No, Thomas. No!
Everyone at Mattel does that to him. Actually, no, that's Drayton Manor right there. Oh, shoot. Thomas has turned into a complete villain. Now he's just doing non-evil stuff. That is the most non-evil thing he's doing.
Thomas,
except for this.
You have caused confusion and shut it, buddy. Oh! Dang it, if my plastic arms weren't attached to my plastic body, I'd be waving them right now.
He put the fourth wall. How did he turn Bernie upside down?
Nuts! Today the railway, tomorrow the world. Not today.
Well done, Dobie!
Ah, well done, Toby. You got the little.
That Gordon voice is hilarious.
I'll get you. I will destroy you all.
Nope, you can't.
When ready, Harold.
Yes, sir. Bombs away, old chap. What?
Oh no! Goodbye, Sodor! Oh my god.
Why'd you go and kill Thomas for? He owes me $20.
What, for your vegetable?
That explodes off the heezy, you dig?
Oh. This was also back when anyone could say whatever they wanted on YouTube.
And so, the engines tidied and cleaned up the island back to normal.
Oh good,
Then they continued working happily and safely.
As for Diesel 10, well, when he got found out, let's just say that he wasn't very pleased with his punishment.
Now I know what happened after Mattel dropped Diesel 10 from the team.
After the recent ordeals, the Fat Controller agrees that they are all really useful engines.
Now I have to pause there because of copyright. Because then Mattel's gonna freak out. Now, what else? I don't want to get to Mad Bomber just yet. Day of the Diesels! Fun fact, this video was made by TTTE Parody, and you know who TTTE Parody is? It's Kudakated himself who did it. And boy did he do good. I actually did a video remake of this recently. Check that video out. Yes, he actually will appear later on in the series as a big relevant role. Timothy the Ghost Engine actually will be appearing in Sudrian Tales as a main character, which I'm now running into a problem too, because we're just going to run into the same problem as Edward. There's not going to be many stories because of his personality. Now then, next video is... Let's get to Mad Bomber. Everyone wants to see this. Surprising, the bomber's been...
Hold up! You'll want to hear about all this earning. Whew. Love to see
And there's
that
my
cash
comment. I've always thought that Thomas and Noel are best friends, and Ted the father is the father figure. I don't know why, I just think it works. That is actually me. I have not seen this video in a while. Back when I first saw it after a while,
Oh no!
I couldn't stop watching it.
Crikey's not me!
I actually have most of the hurdles in this video, except for the troublesome trucks and Chris. The long gone boy Ted. There goes Ted. I also don't have Helen. Sad. Yet again, she's not really that relevant anymore. That music is so wonderful.
Railways have always used coal to keep everything on the move. Thomas had once thought moving coal trucks was the worst job. With the railway listing on the stock market, moving coal was now as important as ever.
You trucks have been very good to me today.
The thinner you empty us, the better. We're thicker with coal.
I've actually had a thing lately where I've been making all the Mad Bomber characters in Trains 2019.
Thomas headed away
so
from
far
the coal line into the open
I've got
country.
Scottish John from the model on Trains. Ted, Noel,
Thomas lay upside
and,
down with severe burns.
and Earl.
The coal trucks were completely destroyed. A local potato farmer raised the alarm.
I also
Help
have
was soon at
personalities
hand.
for them too,
Earl
but
arrived,
I'll use
bringing
those
Jim
instead
the
of the
crane
titles.
and the fat controller.
Well, I've seen some accidents in my time, but this is no accident. I'd say there's been a bombing.
Thomas was gently lifted onto the flat rail car by Jim.
With the coal mine now shut off, I'll have to ration the coal until the line's repaired.
A lot of effort into
There'll be a
that.
special meeting at the sheds later.
This thing is awesome. We all wish we could be as talented
Later
as
that
this. Well, I
day,
mean,
Earl
some of us
pulled
are,
into the rail yard.
but even if you're not, you still can be.
Thomas was
in your
carefully
own way.
placed on the tracks for repairs.
Bit of advice for you there.
You're right. This has been a very
Wilson.
sad day for the railways. It seems there's a mad bomber on the loose. We must do all we can to be on the lookout for suspicious characters.
The engines looked at each other.
Come on, Noel. Well, who are you looking at? Ah,
I will issue all of you with video cameras as security
Hard
devices.
to believe all
so
these
use
guys
them
are
wisely.
actually,
The engines viewed the
that
cameras
all of these
still in
guys
their
were named
boxes.
after their actors, which
Noel
is
surveyed
hilarious.
the stock.
Well, with all these new cameras, we can start a video club. Just look at the great features on these new cameras.
Craziness.jpg.
Gleaming Red Ted quickly formulated
The saddest
rules
part is
stating,
I actually found out a while
challenge
back
all the engines
that
to
Ted's
produce a
actor is
video
actually
on any
dead.
subject within a month.
He did
The
amazing.
best video will
Which is
win a
actually the
boiler
reason why
flush.
Ted was killed
The
off
engines
in
mounted their
episode
cameras
2.
and made safe for the night. But on everyone's mind was the threat of a mad bomber.
He didn't. You were amazing.
Next morning saw Andy
for
the
Ted,
Diesel
dude.
enter the yard boasting.
So your coal supply has all dried up. It's about time you were all scrapped.
Bob replied as he was still
Whenever I
trying to
look at
turn his
Andy,
camera on.
we might be old and dependent on coal, but we're survivors.
I love Bob's
Bob and
voice.
Margot
But also,
carried on delivering the food supplies down
Andy,
their branch line.
all I see whenever I
Elsewhere,
look at
Scottish
Andy in this
John
video
was
is that
fitting some gas
scratch on
bottles
his
as an
side, on the
alternative
side of
fuel.
his face.
His video thoughts were on this process. Chris was working on a story based on a train's last journey. Alan, the self-funded retired engine, planned a video about the town's feral cats. Wilson was always interested in how cars would race him between stations. Earl had his eyes on the skies and teamed up with Helen the helicopter. Back in the sheds, Thomas was being repaired. He also had a camera, and his video was being planned.
At least I can keep an eye on Andy Diesel if I'm stuck here.
The Fat Controller was also keeping an eye on things.
I wonder what he used for that office.
These figures
set.
are not looking good. The share prices have taken a sudden dive since the bombing.
He moved to the turntable to chat with Andy Diesel.
I'm relying on you, Andy, to bring things
Look
back
closely.
online.
I'll do that easy.
Look at this little scar on Andy there, and Jesus, seeing this in person would be freaking horrifying.
You can forget about those steam engines now. Just the diesel I wanted to see. I have a small but important job for you. Something we'll have to keep secret.
I obviously noticed it because his scratch on his face is
Andy
gone, and also the
says
chassis
nothing.
and stuff.
Andy's secret plans are whispered to the Black Diesel.
That's my boy. I like the quiet ones. No back chat. Like I get from those clapped out dinosaur steamers. Same goes for you
Hey,
coal
it's
trucks.
Travis.
Clogging up every siding,
Travis is
serving the
at least
masters with
mining
stinking coal.
for him.
What's that blue
Sorry about
paint
that.
on your driver's cab? Have you been repairing that pesky Thomas engine?
No.
For a chap who doesn't say much, looks like you've been batting for
Wait,
the
why
other
am I calling
side.
him mute? It's
My strongest
Bluebell.
advice to you is stick with
The Mad
me.
Bomber's
I have
Bluebell, we
connections in
recently
very
found out.
high places, way above the Fat Controller. He's just a puppet.
I have
who's
my
about
own
to lose
cannon
his
for
strings.
mute, or Bluebell, but I'm gonna discuss that at some other time.
2 weeks had passed and the engines assembled at the rail yards. Off in the distance a storm was brewing, so all the engines packed into the sheds. Thomas was almost repaired and was being fired up to check for any boiler leaks. The Fat Controller made a brief announcement.
I hope you're all getting used to your new cameras. Keep up the good work.
Ted was curious about the videos.
Okay, lads, we'll have a short movie night just to see how you've progressed.
Earl was the first to show his work.
But yeah, I already
The
revealed
engines
Ted and
hissed at the
Noel.
first
Bob
video.
I still have to
They had
reveal.
never seen the sheds from the sky
And
before.
Earl too.
I put my
The
camera
only
in the
problem with Earl is that
helicopter.
his
Hey, just have a
buffers
look at this
vanished
where I went. Boy, there's some tremendous shots.
when I was
A bit
reskinning.
shaky, this. Oh, I don't like heights. Why is it shaking like that? It's all wobbly. Why don't you use the tripod?
Oh, look at those sheds right down there. Wow.
An outstanding effort, Earl. Excellent titling, good composition.
Out of all
although
the
some
engines here, we
shots
know
a
Ted
little
didn't
shaky.
display his,
Bob
but
was next,
what
but
did
was
Paul
unable
do?
to
Oh wait,
remove
he
the
formed
tape
this
from
entire
his
club.
camera.
Well, you see, it's a drama. It's very good. I act in it. One of the most exciting scripts that I've ever seen.
Okay,
The one
okay,
reason
Bob,
Bob is
don't
my
give the story
is my
away.
third favorite
Chris,
character.
have you got something to show?
Chris's video played, and silence fell upon the shed. The lightning outside enhanced the story as the thunder broke the silence.
Now that's a video. It sends shivers through your boiler. A fine example of how all videos should be made.
Wow,
Alan,
you're not on the
it's
tracks.
your turn. A little different. Seems like you shot the tracks, not the cats.
Oh my god, he has another.
Wilson was next,
Alan
but
has another
explained.
expression.
Well, you see, I had this accident. A car ran over my camera.
Terrible waste of equipment.
Ted seemed bemused
Oh my god.
by the
A car ran over my camera.
Terrible
Look at Ted! Oh my god!
waste of equipment.
Ted
I get
seemed
there was an
bemused
accident,
by
but that's
this
just hilarious.
And called for Scottish John.
Yes, the guy who we once thought was the Mad Bomber. Oh boy, an ad. Oh god, I keep seeing these ads.
Your mom's, your dad's, your sister, your brother's computer.
Not right now, Mr. Beast.
I'd like to tell you all about LP gas. It's very good to run your engine on. It's clean, but most of all, it's cheap, and that's what I like.
How is John a British locomotive?
Yes, a solid industrial
John's a
video,
British
John.
locomotive,
Well
but why
done.
is he speaking Scottish? Is
Then
it just
from the
an
corner,
accent?
Thomas whistled.
Is it just
I have
a fake
video.
accent he
Well, it's
does?
sort of an animation. Can I show it?
Animation. Well, did you use your camera, Thomas?
It's
Is that
very
according
strange
to the
when you
rules,
think
Ted?
about
I
it.
mean, are you sure about that?
Okay, I think we can stretch the rules this time out.
This is the best thing I've ever seen.
Is it
I
now?
think I see something. What's that
All
on
it
the
is just
turntable?
him getting
Noel
dismantled and then
steamed
put back together
asking
again.
for a replay
in a amount
at
of
reduced speed.
Come
seconds.
on, Noel. There's nothing.
Then again, I shouldn't be judging.
I can't see anything. You've got to be
I didn't
kidding.
see any of that.
What do you see, Noel?
I can't see anything.
On the turntable.
The screen's so blurry.
Don't panic, everyone. I can get
Also note, none of these opinions I'm
Thomas
saying right
steamed
now
out
are
of the
actually
shed,
fact.
his drive
This
running
video,
board,
it's
and
amazing.
headed down the main line.
I mean, who does
If I am
hate
quick,
this video?
I'll save the railways from certain doom. It's no good being on the main line. I'll have to find a siding.
Thomas didn't
Sir Topham
see that
Hatt's
the points
twin.
were set to go into a work shed.
Oh no! That's Andy Diesel's shed. I'll never stop in time.
So, they mentioned Thomas's driver put his bomb on the running board. The first bombing, second bombing, are these two separate people? Like, Thomas's driver, I guess, died in the explosion, so in this event, did his driver die again? That just questions me a lot. Because his driver put the bomb on the running board, headed down the main line, his driver died, I guess. But did his driver die the first time? So, are they the same person or are they separate people? This just confuses me now. But still, again, good video.
Andy couldn't believe his eyes.
Oh no! Help! Help! Crikey's not me!
Bye, Andy!
The next day saw Thomas once again being lifted into the shed for repairs.
Well, Thomas, you saved the railways.
Leo
and
did
your
say
video
that Ted
showed
was
the
getting
bomber
dirty
hard
by
at
the
work.
end.
Just then,
And you can
the
see his
Fat
running
Controller
boards getting more
arrived
black,
with the police.
like the railway
I've heard
series.
the mystery of the bombings is solved.
That's right. Thomas had a video of the turntable while Andy Diesel was in the yard. I noticed a suspicious character lurking near his fuel tank, and we believe that character is you.
The policeman holds the Fat Controller.
We also noticed you manipulating the stock market, selling shares just before the first bombing and buying just after it.
Right then, you're coming with me.
Thomas, your video was the key to saving the railways. Your brave actions also ridded us of that lazy Diesel.
And now, farewell
Thomas'
Ted,
video
you
went
wonderful
on to scoop
actor.
all the prizes in the video.
Alright, now for this
competition.
next
Just
scene, I have
goes
to
show
mute the music
that a
because it's
little
actually
video
copyright.
Can go a long way.
But yes, John Euchard is right. Sneak peek to the next episode we never got, but we might get this year. Or next year, because I actually teased my own episode 2 before. One day we'll know. So yeah, that was Mad Bomber. Still a nostalgic and amazing video. Just please be patient and I will. Hello, Vidor the NWRE2. So yeah, what's the stream time? An hour, okay, I think I'll do one more video, and, that will be it. Oh, here's an awesome video. Thomas and the Magic Bear, different... Wait,
Grammarly
never
helps
mind, I
make your
cannot
writing
do
clear
that.
and concise.
Copyright. Yeah, the Magic Rare music is copyright. So if I use this, I'm gonna get in so much trouble. And we don't want that. You guys want me to keep posting videos, right? Yeah. What's another non-copyright claim video I can use? I can do... Let's see, what other videos do we got on here? Nostalgic Thomas videos. Other playlists, like, what do we have? I did a video on this recently. I'll choose one quick. It's a difficult decision. Since the holiday season's near, I guess let's check this one out. Bachman Thomas Merry Christmas. It's 58 seconds, but it's the quickest I can get before the schedule when this thing runs out. And also no copyright and stuff. Jeez. Thomas and the Missing Christmas Tree all over again.
Thomas?
Bye, Percy.
Merry Christmas. Help.
Oh! Yeah, cannot use the music from the show there. So I guess, after this, that's the end of the stream. I guess, you know what, just one more. Yeah, just one more. And then I'll stop there. Three notifications. Hello there. Vote in the live chat. Would you like to watch an episode of Tom Toy City, or one of my previous reactions, or one of my previous videos, I mean. You decide. That is way too long right now for me, and I gotta be somewhere in a bit, so just choose a video, it's fine. No rush here. Yep, Thomas's bully. Okay, I guess we'll go to Tom Toy City then. Then I can commentary you guys with more. Thomas's Experience, Episode 2.
Meet your next pillow. Why do we make our pillow in the shape of a cube?
Actually,
I'll tell you.
Which episode would you guys like to watch? I guess it doesn't really matter, so. Thomas's bully, here we go. And there's my old channel profile. Oh. This kind of quality. Waiting for it to load again.
Hey Thomas, you look upset. Yes, I am.
So
my teacher said there will.
These scenes in the beginning were actually filmed in the test server. You'll notice because the lighting looks a bit different. That's because the Halloween update was still in the actual game, so it would have just been a whole bunch of pitch black darkness, so I used this instead.
Be a new student in class tomorrow.
Oh well, if it's a girl, here's the stuff you'll need for when you lose her out on a date.
Jesus,
I doubt it'll be a girl.
Some awful audio.
Rosie is the only girl in my class since Molly left the city. So if it is a girl, what should I do if she rejects me?
Try crying a lot.
I think I can handle it, Gordon.
I'll just skip the intro for it. And I'll set because of the Thomas stuff on this. I just want my streams to reach at least an hour, you know? Thomas's bully. And a loading. My favorite part of the video.
Hey, Thomas. Hey, Percy.
Toby's got eyes. Oh
Things
god,
will
it's
be
loading
fine.
again.
Just keep calm.
But seriously, Toby's got eyes.
Today we have a new student.
So this guy, the Chestnut Railway Thomas, is actually gonna appear frequently in the series as like a Easter egg character, like a background Easter egg guy.
Attending a class for the semester.
And there's the big Andy Diesel himself.
Hello class. My name is Andy. And
So
I will be your
Andy
bully
was
for the
actually
whole
voiced
semester.
by a
I
voice
first
on
want all of you
an
to
app,
pass out your
like a
lunch
phone
money
app
in front of
called
me.
Narrator's Voice.
Now that's the spirit, I didn't even have to move a buffer.
I didn't even have to move a buffer.
Hey Thomas, are you alright?
Now Rodney, I will not
So these
tolerate
first 5
this.
videos
You're
are based
disobeying
on
your bully. Now
Caillou
go
City
up to the entire
episodes.
class and say I'm a baby.
No, I will never do what you say.
Fine, if you want it.
He killed Rodney. My friend hates
Don't
Rodney.
know what to do, Percy.
Here's a great
Andy is
Discovery
messed up
poster.
person.
I know, but why are you so worried?
Did you not see
One of
Rodney's
the
dead
reasons that
What do I do, Percy?
one of the reasons that this is the interior for Tim the Sheds is because it's like old school RPGs. When you go inside a small house, it suddenly has a humongous room. So that's basically what Tim the Sheds is, and many other locations in the future. I also have an idea on how I'm going to tackle Lady. Lady is going to still appear in Tom Toy City, even if she's still broken. I have an idea on what I'm going to do with her. Basically, I'm going to take the model, like the faceless model and stuff. Then I'm going to put the, like a face from the TV series and edit, like, the eyes and stuff onto the model, and then I'll have Lady.
You should try telling your dad, or if that doesn't work, try defending yourself.
Good idea.
Darn it.
Edward, can you come in here?
The walls in the back
Actually,
were a
can you
problem.
come out here, Thomas? So what's up, Thomas?
I had to tell
First
you guys
speaking
that
roles of
there's
Gordon
a
and
bully in
Henry,
school
too.
who keeps bullying us and killed a student today.
Henry,
good God, that's...
Henry actually didn't speak for a while because he doesn't have his Magic Railroad voice, like I said earlier, and in a community post. Cause, I really like that voice for Henry. It's actually the perfect Henry voice in the entirety of the Thomas franchise. It's a perfect voice cast, so I had to use Willie Rushton's voice, the Railway Series narrator, for Henry.
It's awful. This is something only the police can deal with. Henry, get my phone. Right away, Edward. Thank you for telling us, Thomas.
So how did it go?
It went great. Now Edward is calling the police on Andy.
All good.
Hello class. I feel upset to say someone reported
Ron
it
is
to their
still
parents
there.
and they called the police. I would like that person who did
And
it
Andy
to confess
bullied
right
the
now.
police. What happened was Andy bullied the police officers to get him away from him, so he escaped. Yeah, these are some pretty dumb police officers in this city. Yeah.
It was me.
You know, Mr. Thomas, I think we could make a good rivalry. I always thought about having a rival that I would hate the most.
This is the only episode
Thomas,
I think
I
where
hereby
Toby
declare you
has
as my rival
eyes.
forever. Let's get started.
He obviously
with
won't in the
you.
next episode. So these punching sounds is actually supposed to be like a rhythm to the Thomas theme song, the original theme.
Everyone, where is Thomas?
Rodney has a face.
Right here, you dummy.
And obviously
What do
one
you
of the
think
few
you're doing?
episodes here that
I'm
have
here
music.
to take you down.
You idiot. You can't take me down.
Yes, I can, you fool.
Try me.
That's supposed to be like
What
a
the
pipe
heck?
he stabbed
That's
into
too
his
far
eye.
even for bullying standards.
Not as bad as killing someone.
Well, Thomas, you got rid of Andy.
Yes, I did. Now we won't be seeing him again.
Alright, so... Oh! Arthur the LMS Engine just did a stream, so... Anyways, guys... that was the stream. Yeah, I have to stop now. So, yeah, thank you guys for joining this stream. You all are amazing. Thank you for watching this, and yeah, so see you guys soon. Bye, and see you in the next video.